So what is today? Today is Thursday. So on Thursday Tryst, what do we do on Thursday Tryst? We learn the HR rules of life, correct? From last 2 Thursdays, I have been doing this Thursday Tryst assembly. And then all the 9 ways to make people love you, to make people like you, correct? These are the ways, if you use in your life, people will automatically start liking you, loving you. ये जो 9 प्रिंसिपल्स है जिसका वीडियो हम प्ले करते हैं, अगर आप इस प्रिंसिपल्स को अपने लाइफ में यूज करोगे तो द होल वर्ल्ड विल स्टार्ट लविंग यू, विल स्टार्ट लाइकिंग यू, करेक्ट? तो थोड़ा सा रिवीजन करने के लिए, व्हाट वाज द फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल दैट वी हैड डन? डोंट क्रिटिसाइज, कंडेम और कंप्लेन, करेक्ट? किसी के बारे में बुरा नहीं बोलना है, क्रिटिसाइज नहीं करना है, कंप्लेन नहीं करना है. सेकेंड, गिव ऑनेस्ट सिंसियर एप्रिसिएशन. कुछ बहुत अच्छा लगा तो उनकी तारीफ करनी चाहिए, whether it is your mummy, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your teacher, your relative, your friend, anybody. If you like something good about it, you have to give your honest, not the flattery. Give honest, sincere appreciation. Then last Thursday, what was rule number 3? Arouse in the other person an eager want. Then number 4 was become genuinely interested in the other person. कुछ कह रहे, कुछ concern है. So these were the 4 principles which we have seen the videos in the last 2 Thursdays. And in this video, who was there? Sir's Guru. Our respected Dr. Stanley Pinto Sir's Guru, Mr. Daniel Jacob Sir was there in the video, correct? And you have heard him through a nice story, through nice examples. They have shown us what is that principle, what is the meaning of that principle, and then how you can use these principles in your life. As I told last time also, assembly में आए, वीडियो देखा, मार्गरेट मिस ने बताया, स्टैनी सर ने बताया और हम भूल गए असेंबली के बाद. ऐसे नहीं करना है, करेक्ट? ये जो भी प्रिंसिपल्स है आपको बाद में जब असेंबली खत्म हो जाती है उसके बाद अगर ऐसे कुछ टाइप का सिचुएशन है, then you have to use वो अलार्म बेल. मैंने बताया था ना, that alarm bell should ring in you. अरे अभी तो मेरे को इसको रूल नंबर 2 यूज करना चाहिए. गिव ऑनेस्ट सिंसियर एप्रिसिएशन. सो वेरेवर दिस रूल्स अप्लाई, यू हैव टू यूज देम. इसको बुक में मत रखो, इसको रियल लाइफ में यूज करो. ओके, दैट वाज अबाउट पास्ट 4 रूल्स व्हाट वी हैड डन. नाउ टुडेस 5th रूल, द 5th कार्ड एचआर प्रिंसिपल का 5th वाला है स्माइल. सब स्माइल करो, सब स्माइल करो. हम सबसे अच्छे को स्पॉटलाइट में लेके आएंगे. सब स्माइल करो अच्छे से. 5th वाला रूल है स्माइल करना है. वेरी गुड. सी किमया अभी आएगी चे, कितना क्यूट स्माइल है, देखो. वेरी गुड, गुड गर्ल, करेक्ट. स्माइल करना चाहिए हमेशा लाइफ में. वॉट एवर पॉजिटिव यू गिव. सी अनन्या स्माइलिंग हियर. वेरी गुड. नाउ वी हैव दिस अक्षरा एंड हिमांशी. They have such a cute smile. Very good. This smile should always be there on your face. Correct? अभी इसके बारे में थोड़ा मैं बाद में बताऊंगी, पहले हम इसका वीडियो देखते हैं. ओके, सो here's video for you. Video number 4, video number 5. Sorry, this is video number 5. HR principal के rules में से the 5th one, that is smile. Okay, listen carefully. ध्यान से देखो इस वीडियो को, सुनो ध्यान से. ओके,
SKC Pranam. SKC Human Relation Principles, card number 1, which says 9 ways to make people like you, has the 5th principle, which says smile. Yes, smile. It adds to your face value. Smile and you look 100 times better. Smile and your work will be invariably done. Smile and people will like you. Nobody loves, nobody likes a frowning face. To explain this, you have my guru, Daniel Jacob, for you.
Smile. Well, smiling is something which should come naturally. Smiling is not a corporate etiquette. Smiling is not to be practiced. Smile has to come from within you. When there is an inner flowering, inner joy within you, and that is going to be expressed as a smile. For instance, they say, smile adds to your face value. Next time when you see a person eye to eye, the first thing that you must do is smile. When you smile, it communicates. It tells, I like you. I like to befriend you. I like to be in your company. So, smile is the first communication we should exchange even before we utter anything or any statement thereafter.
What a beautiful, crisp way to explain this rule called smile. It is a one word rule, but then it has got 1,000 benefits. In fact, I don't know, I simply wonder why we Indians feel scared of giving a smile to the other person. Especially if I am a man, I have thousands of reasons in my mind put inside me, conditioned that I must not smile at somebody unknown, and especially somebody of the opposite gender. I don't know why. Like if I'm a woman, if I smile at a man, I fear that that person may term me as loose charactered or otherwise. And if I'm a man and I smile at another man, I have other problems, especially in my country. But then I want you all as Christians to tide over this and always wear the smile on your face. Like you wear your shirt and your pant in a beautiful way, you must wear that smile. It is a part of your SKC uniform, which is throughout your 18 hours when you're awake. Believe me, nobody likes a frowning face. Imagine somebody looks at you like this. Do you like the person? No way. Somebody looks at you with a smile. You also want to give the smile to the other person. Let me take an example of a village teacher. A teacher in the village wanted to play an exercise with the students. What he did is, he said, I want one volunteer who will come up here. One boy quickly got up and he said, I want to volunteer. He gave him a stock of coins, about 25 coins, one above the other, on his palm. He said, run into the village, go to the village. The moment you find somebody smiling at you, throw one coin. Go next. The moment you find another person smiling, throw one coin. Take a big round, and when the coin's over, come back. This boy, morning 9 a.m. when the school begins, he takes the task of 25 coins, and as instructed by his village teacher, he runs into the village. It's 9:30, 10 a.m., 10:30, 11 a.m., and the boy comes back tired at 11:30. Still with 23 coins out of 25. The master asked him, the teacher asked him, oh my boy, it's 2.5 hours and you found only 2 people smiling at you? He said, yes, nobody smiles in this village. Immediately, another boy got up, sir, can I try this? The teacher gave the 23 coins to the other boy and said, go, repeat, you try this out. He went out in the same village and quickly, in 5 minutes, he was back with his palms empty. He said, sir, all coins over. Teacher asked him, how come? Master A did not find a single smile, a smiling face in 2.5 hours, or found only 2 people smiling. What happened suddenly at 11:30, the whole village is smiling, you come back throwing all 25 coins, 23 coins in 5 minutes. He said, they all smiled because I smiled first. This boy went out in the village smiling. When he gave a smile, the other person smiled, he threw the coin. He looked at another person, he gave a smile, that person smiled, and he threw a coin. And in this way, in 5 minutes, all the coins were over. The answer was right. He said, they all smiled because I smiled first. When you smile, you receive a smile back. And smile has many, many benefits, beautiful benefits. Let me just tell you my experience that I had in January. January before the lockdown, I had to go on a training assignment to 4 Middle East countries. And my travel agent had done the visa for me. And when my visa was done, I had been to the first country, Dubai. And there, my trip was supposed to be Dubai, Saudi. From Saudi, I had to go to Oman and back to Dubai and India. My travel agent goofed up my visa. When I finished my 7 days at Dubai, right? I had to do 7 days at Dubai. My visa was for 14 days, but it was a running 14 days. I knew that I cannot come back from Oman to Dubai because it was single entry visa. That means I have to come back to India and then fly back to Dubai. It will waste my money, energy, and days. Not knowing what to do, I went to the embassy at Dubai. When I went there at the embassy, I submitted my application saying that I am a trainer and I'm a teacher trainer, and my route to train teachers of different schools. I've just finished my training at my own school at Sharjah, and I need to go back to Saudi and come back to Dubai, but my visa is roofed up. The lady at the counter said, "Oh my, you are in deep trouble. Let me try what I can do for you." In fact, before going to that lady, when I entered that hall, I looked at all the people sitting there, and looking at this lady, I walked up to her with a big smile. I knew she is going to do my work. And then she took my papers and went in. I could see her talking to her boss through the glass chambers. While waiting there, she was arguing my case with her boss. And after flat 10 minutes, she came back smiling. Looking at her smile, I knew my work is done. She called up Mr. Dr. Pinto. I went up to her, knowing well that her work is done. She said, "Let me tell you that Dubai government is giving you this visa for another 14 days, second entry visa. And we give it to you complimentary, considering that you're a teacher trainer and you're doing a good work." Now let me tell you, it was not me that being a teacher trainer that played the role. It was a smile that gave it to her that played the magic. Believe me, whenever I have worn that smile on my face, my work has been done instantaneously. Please carry the smile on your face. It costs nothing. It doesn't cost you anything. Your bank balance will not reduce, and people will like you. So, card number 1, 9 ways to make people like you. The most effective thing that costs you nothing is wear a smile. Thank you.
I think you have watched the video, correct? Did that video bring a smile on your face? Give me a wonderful smile, that 24 karat smile. एक smile करो. अभी तो बताया सर ने कि smile क्या क्या कर सकता है. Smile can make magic. That smile on your face has got tremendous power to change things. You can change everything. In the video, if you can see, what sir says, what he says, you have to wear the smile. How you wear a shirt, correct? How you wear your dress, similarly on your face, you should wear that smile. Understood? Only when you smile, the other person will smile at you. आप ऐसा गुस्से वाला चेहरा लेके जाओगे तो कोई आएगा क्या आपके पास? कोई भी नहीं आएगा आपके पास. सब दूर भागेंगे आपसे. अरे ये बहुत खड़ूस है, इसके पास मत जाओ. करेक्ट? कितने अच्छे एग्जांपल्स दिए सर ने वीडियो में, है ना? कॉइन्स वाला एग्जांपल दिया. पहले वाले में बताया ना, वो गए वापस आ गए, पूरा कॉइन्स लेके आए. बोलते कोई स्माइल ही नहीं करता. लेकिन सेकंड वाला जो गया, उसके सब कॉइन खत्म हुए. क्यों? क्योंकि वो देने से पहले वो खुद स्माइल किया. कभी भी आप देखो, इफ यू स्माइल देन ओनली स्माइल विल कम बैक टू यू. करेक्ट? आप करेले का झाड़ लगाओगे तो उसमें आम आएगा क्या? हो सकता है ऐसा कि आप करेले का झाड़ लगाओ और उसके ऊपर बहुत अच्छे अच्छे मीठे आम आएंगे? नहीं. वैसे ही अगर आप स्माइल करोगे, इफ देयर इज अ स्माइल ऑन योर फेस, ऑटोमेटिकली आपको भी सामने से क्या मिलेगा? स्माइल मिलेगा. किसी को वो खड़ूस वाला चेहरा पसंद नहीं होता. आपको पसंद है क्या? डू यू लाइक दैट? ऐसा बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट वाला, ऐसे बड़ी बड़ी आंखें, हमेशा ऐसे फेस पे वो रहता है, ऐसे किसी को पसंद नहीं आते. हमारा थर्सडे ट्रिस्ट वही तो हमको सिखाता है. 9 ways to make people like you. Understood? So smile is very, it has got tremendous power. It can make magic. It can actually turn the things topsy-turvy. पूरा story change हो सकता है. But for that, you have to carry a smile. And especially you, my dear children, small children, if they have that smile, cute smile, they'll look more beautiful, right? Understood? Smile adds beauty to the face value. कैसे भी आपका face होने दो. But if you smile, it becomes more beautiful, right? And small children, when they always smile, then people start liking you, right? People can come near to you. Smiling face देखते हैं हम बच्चों के पास जाते हैं. और कोई खड़ूस है, हमेशा उसके चेहरे पे ऐसे एकदम है, कभी भी बिल्कुल भी नहीं हंसता है, तो ऐसे बच्चे के पास तो कोई जाएगा ही नहीं। जाएगा क्या? कोई आएगा आपके पास? नहीं ना, कोई भी नहीं आएगा आपके पास। क्या दुनिया में भी कहाँ पे भी कोई इंसान है, अगर वो बहुत ज्यादा ऐसे स्ट्रिक्टनेस लेके चेहरे पे रखता है, कभी स्माइल नहीं करता है, उसके पास आप जाओगे ही नहीं। लेकिन जो इंसान के चेहरे पे स्माइल होती है, ऑटोमेटिकली वो पॉजिटिविटी हमको भी फील हो जाती है, हमको भी लगता है अरे ये बहुत अच्छा इंसान है, स्माइल है इसके चेहरे पे। तो स्टूडेंट्स, ये क्या सीखते हैं हम इससे, कि आपके चेहरे पे हमेशा वो 24 कैरेट स्माइल होनी चाहिए। यू आर स्मॉल किड्स, आपको कुछ टेंशन है क्या? नहीं है ना, कुछ तो टेंशन है नहीं, करेक्ट? आप छोटे बच्चे हो, है ना, कुछ भी होने दो, मम्मी ने डांटा, किसी ने कुछ किया, कुछ होमवर्क नहीं हो रहा है, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, छोड़ दो, थोड़े टाइम 2 मिनट छोड़ दो, फिर उसके बाद क्या रखना है? ऑलवेज वेयर दैट स्माइल, दैट 24 कैरेट स्माइल ऑन योर फेस। ओके, अंडरस्टूड दिस वीडियो? रूल नंबर 5. Now let's come to rule number 6. So here we have the video of rule number 6. Remember that a man's name is to him the sweetest and most important sound in any language. क्या है ये डिटेल में? आप पहले ये वीडियो देखो, उसके बाद हम इसके बारे में बात करेंगे. So here's video for you. Hello.
I studied in a school in Kurla, Mumbai, and I had about 65 students studying with me in my same division, and about 150 others studying in the same class. At the end of this 25-30 years of completing school education, we met again, and I found that very few of the students from my division or my class had really progressed in life, and all others, most others, were still living a mediocre life, an unsuccessful life, a mediocre life. I was one of the successful people in that group. If somebody comes to me and asks me this question, wonderful question, ye batao, what makes you, what differentiates you from the others? आपको बाकी लोगों के से अलग क्या ठहराता है? ऐसा क्या चीज है कि yet you are more successful than the others? Then I remember the Diwar dialogue, and the dialogue from Diwar. The Diwar picture says, मेरे पास गाड़ी है, बंगला है, आपके पास क्या है? And immediately we have Shashi Kapoor saying, मेरे पास माँ है. Similarly, somebody asked me, what did you have that made you successful in life? I will say, मेरे पास SKC के 58 principles है. Yes, 58 principles which I got early in life from one organization called as MELT. These 58 principles are divided into 7 cards. Now we are discussing the first card. The first card has been discussed now, and in that first card we have already finished discussing 5 principles. Today we are going to discuss the 6th principle of the first card. We now call them as SKC principles. I got these principles. मुझे ये खजाना कब हाथ लगा? When I was very young. When I was about 23 years of age, मुझे खजाना हाथ लग गया. And इस खजाने के साथ I lived by these 58 principles, and I made what I could do to myself. I succeeded in life. I became more influential. People loved me. I had more friends. Now, in the first card, which says 9 ways to make people like you, the 6th principle is, remember that a man's name to him is the sweetest and the most important in any language. I repeat, here comes the rule. Remember that a man's name to him is the sweetest and the most important sound in any language. Yes, ये 6th principle के बारे में अधिक जानकारी देने के लिए, to tell you more about the 6th principle, we have my trainer, one of the biggest trainers on India's motivational platform, Daniel Jacob for you.
Remember that a man's name is to him the sweetest and the most important sound in any language. Well, a man's name is to him the sweetest and the most important sound in any language. The reason is, if a person's name is pronounced rightly, the person likes you a lot, because everybody wants their name to be pronounced properly. If there is any distortion in the pronunciation, they feel offended. So therefore, take time to learn to pronounce people's name. There might be some names which might be very difficult for you. It is very important for you to learn from that person how to pronounce the name, and then when you pronounce the name, and that means when you take so much of interest in a name, that shows you're taking a lot of interest in that person as well. Remember that a man's name is to him the sweetest and the most important sound in any language.
Well, that was Daniel Jacob telling us more insights on this sixth principle, which says, remember that a man's name to him is the sweetest and most important in any language. Let me elaborate this a little more. जब भी हम होटल में जाते हैं, when you go to a restaurant to eat food, you might have seen, I always see people from other tables calling out for the waiter. And this is the way they call, hey, shh, shh, hey, come here, shh. That waiter doesn't like them. What the first thing that I do when I visit a restaurant or a MacD, I look at the name tag, or if he doesn't have one, I'll always ask him, "Kya naam hai aapka?" And he says, sir, my name is Arvind, or my name is Khan, or my name is Sham. Then I make it a point to remember that name. And every time, in between my dining, if I need something, I'll always call him by his name. I'll say, Sham, and Sham will come running to me because he likes me more. He likes me that I address him by Sham and not by shh, hey waiter, hey yaar. And he's not a hey or shoo for me, he's Sham for me. Now similarly, I have got many sub-staff working in my organization. Sub-staff, staff and sub-staff. Sub-staff are those people who are into the cleaning work or the peons. I will always try and know their names. Whenever they are appointed by the middle management, I will know their names. And whenever I have to ask them to point out something, I will never say ki peon ko bulao. I will say Indra auntie ko bulao. I will say Anita auntie ko bulao. The security at my gate will, every time there's a new person, I'll ask him his name. And believe me, and every time I call them by their name, instantaneously they like me. They say, "Oh, bade sir hai, unko bhi mera naam pata hai." It is very important. Right from the sub-staff to the waiter to somebody big. I'll tell you more examples. When students come for the open day, when children walk in, I see teachers sitting in the classroom. I'll tell you what differentiates our school from any other school. Many parents are given testimony for this. When parents walk in with their children for the open day, and when the teacher looks at them and calls them by their name, the parents like it. The parents say, "Teacher ko mera bete ka naam malum hai." I see most of the schools where teachers address students by their roll number. Hey, roll number 102. Hey, roll number 506. Believe me, neither the student nor the parent likes it. It is like saying, Kaidi number 304. Believe me, we need to know, as a teacher, we need to know our students' name and address them by their names. I'll always say, Ananya, how are you? I'll always call them by their names. Even now, when the online lectures go on, I am here sitting in my office and students are in their homes and students are there in Bihar and UP and Dubai and Delhi. And when I am conducting online class, I make it a point in the beginning of the lecture or at the end of the lecture to call them by their names. As many as I can. And believe me, all of them feel good about it. Whenever I say, my darling Joshua, Joshua, I am glad that you are here. And Joshua feels so empowered that sir has called me by my name. Believe me, it's very, very important. Now I'll tell you, my son, Shalton is a very rare name. He won the national award when he was young, when he was in 4th grade. I have got the video recording for this. He really worked hard through his school competition, zonal level, state level, and won the national award. And when he got the national award, that the comparer there announced, and the All India Budding Scientist Award goes to, she said, Charlatan Stanley Pinto. My son went on the stage. He received the award. But believe me, when he came down from the stage, from that day till today, every time he says, couldn't this auntie, couldn't this teacher, couldn't this madam have actually asked my name before spelling it out before the audience? Yes, it is very, very important. Now, I was called for a function, for even a chief guest the other day to one of the institutes. The compeller read my introduction beautifully, introduced me in a very, very nice manner, told that I am a trustee of 4 schools, I am a trainer, I am a global speaker, I am a multi-industrial linguist, and used sophisticated words to introduce me. But at the end of the day, at the end of the introduction, he said, friends, students, I take immense pleasure in calling upon the stage Stanley Pinto, sir. Dr. Stanley Pinto. I didn't like that. I am not Stanley Pinto. My name is Stanley Pinto. And I want people to call me by my name perfectly. And each one of you, I'm sure, want your name to be spelled and pronounced properly. So, I'll sum up what I said. The rule says, remember that a man's name to him is the sweetest and most important in any language. आप चाहे कोई भाषा में बात कर रहे हो, उसका नाम आपको सही तरह से लेना है, चाहे वो वेटर हो, चाहे वॉचमैन हो, चाहे आपकी प्यून आंटी हो, चाहे घर के काम वाले आंटी हो, उनको नाम से आप बोलोगे, उनको अच्छा लगेगा, फिर आप भले आगे आंटी अंकल जोड़ो. Number 2, in an open day when students come to your classroom, the teacher should call the child by the name and not by the roll number. When you're comparing, when you're introducing a speaker or you're going to tell her, please check that you know the name rightly and able to pronounce it rightly. Practice it once before you introduce the speaker. And lastly, things even during online classes or in meetings, when people tell your name, if you wish, repeat it twice, ask second time when you get introduced, and then when you say it again, ensure that you say it rightly. So this was the 6th principle of the first card, which says that, look here, right? It says, remember that a man's name to him is the sweetest and the most important sound in any language. Thank you so much. फिर मिलेंगे अगले हफ्ते, next week, with rule number 7, principle number 7 of card number 1. Until then, SKC Pranam.
You have heard the 6th principle, that is, a man's name is to him the sweetest of sound in any language. है ना? Everyone loves his or her name. You love your name, right? Simple example. Sir also gave very nice example. Simple example in a class. If a teacher calls like this, "Hey, third bench पे तो उठ जा." कैसे लगता है? हम देखते हैं यार, किसको बुलाया, अच्छा नहीं लगता है. But if I say, "Meena, get up," वो मीना सडनली शॉक हो जाती है. अरे, इनफैक्ट कॉलेज में ये होता है. कॉलेज में हमारे पास बहुत सारे बच्चे होते हैं क्लास में. अगर मैं किसी का नाम लेती हूँ, ए ऋषिकेश स्टैंड अप एंड टेल मी दिस आंसर, वो ऋषिकेश एक्चुअली खुश हो जाता है कि कॉलेज में क्लास में इतने सारे बच्चे हैं, मार्गरेट मिस को मेरा नाम कैसे पता चला. वो एक्चुअली बाद में आके पूछते हैं, मिस इतने सारे बच्चे, अभी अभी तो हम कॉलेज आने लगे, आपको कैसे मेरा नाम पता है? मैं तो इस स्कूल का भी नहीं हूँ, बाहर से आया हूँ, तो आपको कैसे मेरा नाम पता है? दैट शोज, वो पूछने आता है, he comes and asks. That shows that he has loved, he has liked that feeling that in a class of 80 to 90, I have called, the teacher has called by his or her name. You love your name. Everybody loves your name, right? His or her name. And this is the sweetest. कोई भी आपको उस नाम से बुलाता है. सिंपल एग्जाम्पल जो सर ने दिया, होटल में हम जाते हैं, वेटर को ए ओ करके बुलाते हैं, उसको नहीं पसंद आते हैं. लेकिन अगर हम उसको नाम पूछते, जैसे सर ने बताया, हम नाम पूछते और उसके नाम से हम उसको बुलाते, तो उसको बहुत ज्यादा खुशी होती है. ही इज द एम्प्लॉयर देयर, ही इज सर्विंग अस. लेकिन अगर 4 टेबल में एक टेबल से उसको उसके नाम से बुलाते हैं, ही इज कॉल्ड बाय द नेम, ही फील्स सो वेरी प्राउड, ही इज सो वेरी हैप्पी. वो देखता है जब वो नाम से बुलाते हैं, अरे किसी ने देखा क्या, he takes pride in that. Okay, so we have learned 2 principles today. The 5th one was smile, and the 6th one was that each and every person loves his or her name. And when you pronounce, most importantly, आपको किसी के नाम का प्रोनाउंसिएशन नहीं आता है तो उसको पूछो एक बार, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ए बाबा कैसे प्रोनाउंस करते हैं आपका नाम, अच्छी तरह से प्रोनाउंस करो. इफ यू प्रोनाउंस इट रॉन्गली, गलत तरीके से आप प्रोनाउंस करते हो तो सामने वाले को बुरा लगता है. Okay, so two principles we have learned. The fifth one, the first one was smile. Always carry that smile on your face. From today onwards, always wear that smile on your face wherever you are. Okay, in your family, to your parents, to your siblings, have that 24-karat smile on your face. And next is that a person's name to him is the most sweetest of sound in any language. Now, as I've been telling you, that whatever these two principles you have heard, you have seen in the video, डू नॉट जस्ट एंड इट असेंबली के बाद इसको भूलना नहीं, इसको रियल लाइफ में यूज करना, तब जाके इसका मीनिंग है। ये हमारे असेंबली का क्या नाम है? DDPG, डेली डोसेज फॉर पर्सनल ग्रोथ। व्हेन यू यूज दिस प्रिंसिपल्स इन योर लाइफ, then only your personality will be growing. There is personal growth in you in all the respects. Understood everybody? SKC Pranam.